And you are live.
We are live. We are live. You are sitting on Live in the DTV. Thank you for joining us once again for another episode of Live in the DTV, the show where we talk to different businesses, authors, entrepreneurs, and the community. And we want to know what's going on with you. We have new segments coming. Not tomorrow, not next week, not soon, today. Yes, our newest segment, Business Tours, drops today. Right here on Live in the DTV. We'll get to that in just a moment. But while we were sitting here playing our morning music, drinking our morning tea, it came to me that progress is really slow. Like, if you are really trying to do something big and progress, it really happens slow. And then apparently all of a sudden. And just for a moment of transparency, I've had moments of pretty good success doing what we're doing here. We've with the team at Live in the DTV, we've had pretty good moments. And right now, I'm not ashamed to say that we are kind of in a slow season. Sometimes I even feel like kind of in a rut. But that's part of it, because when you're recalibrating and you're trying to make sure you get the next step right, then that will feel like a slow progression, especially when you're trying to reach a level that is not been done by many, not been done by you or your team or anyone you know specifically before. It will happen slow. But we have to remember not to spend too much time, as I used to say, someone used to tell me growing up, study long, study wrong. We have to spend too much time making sure we're not making the wrong decision so that we're not making any decisions. Because if we spend too much time thinking about, okay, I don't want to make the wrong decision, you're not making any decisions, then you're making the wrong decision, because ultimately you're not doing anything. You have to be honest with yourself and say, wait, when have I fallen into just a repetitive state of not doing anything? And I feel like in certain instances, I myself has fallen into some of that rut. And we're gonna get that. We gotta get away from that. So with that being said, you're tuned into Live in the DTV. We're gonna take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have the business tour, the first ever business tour, right here presented to you by Live in the DTV. I'm Jabril. Stay with us. and share their commercial feeds. Right here on Live in the DTV. We are trying to get ready this video. We had it up and the system just crashed. What do you do when the system crashes? Reboot the system, restart the system. Sometimes that's not possible when you're in the middle of the show. The show must go on. And since the show must go on, we figured that out. We got something for you. So, the business that we will be sharing today is Blue, BLEU, Boutique. That's BLEU, Boutique. And Blue Boutique is a men's clothing store located on Cass Avenue in Detroit, Michigan. Established in 2013, Blue Boutique has been providing Detroit with the finest quality custom-made bow, ties, and men's accessories in the city. And men's accessories complement your look today with the latest bow ties, neckties, cufflinks, pocket squares, lapel pins, and socks, all at Blue, BLEU, Boutique. You can head over to the website at blueboutique.com. And then we still do have the video of the walkthrough we did with Blue Boutique. It's an video interview as walkthrough, so you can listen to that right here on Live in the DTV. Stay with us. watching live on DTV. We are here with Nigel Beeman of Blue Boutique right here on Cass in the heart of Detroit, a men's custom tie shop and celebrating men's, of course, fashion and authentic fashion. So, Mr. Blue is what
Yes.
everyone calls you. How long have you been in this location?
Well, I've been in this location here for about 10 months now.
Okay.
We actually just moved into here from our last location, which was on Woodward.
All right.
So we've been inside of a brick and mortar now for about 6 years.
Excellent, excellent. What made you get into men's classic fashions, and I'm assuming you're a tailor?
No, I'm not a tailor. I call
Okay.
myself a bow tie maker.
Okay.
Reason being because I got into fashion. I've always had an eye for fashion.
Right.
A passion for it, to be exact.
Mhm.
And I started out by actually just wanting to have a different change in a look. So bow ties was something I thought about going into,
Mhm.
and I started to go to different sources to buy them and resell them.
Right.
But after getting back some very bad product,
Okay.
I decided the only way to fix that was to actually make them myself.
Okay.
So I started hand making my own bow ties.
Custom. They're custom made. Excellent. Well, which is what we said. Is why it's the Blue Boutique.
Yes.
Okay. And why the name Blue?
So when I was trying to find a name for the business, I had a family meeting.
All
So I
right.
talked to my son, talked to my daughter, my wife, and I'm like, hey, I want to open up a business. I want to do a men's clothing store. I kind of want to, put it all together and see what I can come up with, and have a few things in mind for the bow ties.
Right.
And so I'm searching. I keep on finding ribbons and pink bows for girls. Every time I try to find who's using bow ties.
Ah.
So I kept coming back to pink. So, and it was all a mistake because I said to, the kids, I said, I really want to open this store. My son said, you mean like a boutique? And I laughed and I said, a boutique? No, I take it back. He said, oh, you mean like a boutique?
Ah.
And I laughed and we like, no, you mean a boutique.
Right.
But that's typically for the ladies because it's a boutique shop. And wait a minute, boutique,
Boutique.
bow ties.
Mhm.
I keep seeing this thing with pink and the ribbons and the girls.
Right. So
Pink is for girls, blue
Blue's
is
for
for
boys.
Let's put a little Detroit blue on there.
Nice.
Blue boutique is
Blue
all.
Boutique.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That was. I wouldn't have thought of that, but man, and give me 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So, what brought you into that? You say you were trying to find good ties to resell bow ties. What got you interested in it?
So what happened was I worked in the corporate world for about 20 years as a manager for a Fortune 500 company.
Okay.
I had to wear a suit and tie every other day, basically.
Right.
And I kept having the same look. Whenever we have big meetings, we would always go into these meetings. Somebody's got a tie on, very similar to my tie. I go shopping every weekend for ties. If I went to, I won't name drop anybody else because I have my own business now.
Right.
If I went to certain department stores and I would see a tie, I see this yellow tie, I say, okay, that's cool. But behind that yellow tie is 20 more yellow ties that are the same
Exact
design.
same color and design.
So what's the chances of me walking out of this mall and going to a meeting tomorrow and seeing someone with that tie on?
Right.
So I said, I gotta be different, I gotta separate myself. And I've always done that because even from, I would say my 5th grade graduation, I wore a bow tie.
Absolutely.
So I said, let's go back to my fashion wheelhouse and give a new look. So I decided to wear a bow tie to one of the meetings one day, and it was the topic of the day.
Excellent. So, and then that just that want to kind of stand out a little bit more in the board meeting, you say you were Fortune 500. So, came from corporate America, but you knew like something was in you that,
Right.
like, man, I'm guessing also probably kind of bored with some of that.
Yeah.
Want to get out of that and then want to provide something. So, what has been the reaction since you opened up the Blue Boutique with the community and the support?
Well, the support has to come from home first.
Right.
Friends and family that try to help you support that new business, your venture you're starting, because it's a leap of faith that you take.
Right.
So your support is really upstairs with God. You gotta pray every day because the things that you think will happen for you instantly, it doesn't work that way. So it does take time to build. And then your support actually comes from my best clients right now, complete strangers.
Yes.
People who I met as I opened the business, but who've been with me since I was on Woodward, who've been with me when I was selling bow ties in the back of my Cadillac. So these are the guys that, and ladies too as well, that have stuck with me and have grown with me and become my big support system.
Yes, and I get a sense of like a kind of modern but still somewhat rustic feel as I look around the shop. Why was that? What was that what did we think of when we designed this place and laid it out?
But when I laid it out, the first thing that came to mind was the fact that we had brick walls.
Right.
So it gives you that, like you said, rustic feel, that kind of a dingy, dirty vibe, but at the same time it's still classy, it's clean, and it gives you that man cave.
Yeah.
That man's shopping place. Like you know, you go to ladies' boutiques and they walk in, you know it's for a lady. You know, I wanted to have something when you walk in, like, okay, this is the guy's extremely big closet. This is the guy's place to be when it comes to fashion and government shopping. So I wanted them to feel comfortable. So whether it was the guy who's an electrician or a guy who climbs a tree every day or cuts grass, or whether it's a doctor or a lawyer, they still come back to that whole vibe of, hey, this is the man's shopping place. Hey, this is where I want to go, no matter what I do. This is the man cave for shopping.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. And as we walked in, you had a customer that you were serving, and I know you said you're not a tailor, but as we looked around, we saw the sewing machines and the and you know the stuff to make it tailor made. So
Right.
how did you go from bow ties for men because I want that fashion to it seems like you got some custom suits even and
Yeah.
sizing in.
Yep. So I'm full-fledged now. I just don't have, let's say, for example, we started with just the bow ties.
Right.
But I knew from that it was going to be a look I was providing. So people said, you know what more can you do for me? Like, I love the bow tie, but complete the whole look. So it became from a bow tie to a styling consultant to say, you know what, I got to have more things in the shop that guys need.
Yeah.
So whether it be a full suit for a wedding, for a date night, or just in general, because a guy wanted to dress up and feel good, I had to be able to have those things. So starting by just making the bow ties, and I've experienced since then, I make pocket squares now. I'm able to do, you know, some minor tailoring as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was just come from self-learning and
Everything's
time?
self-taught.
Excellent.
Everything is self-taught. The only time I did decide to go to a class, the ladies told me that I could go ahead and leave because I had it perfected. Because I had actually taken my bow tie in as a project that we were going to work on. They're like, there's no need for you to work on this anymore. You have it.
Well, that had to be a nice feeling.
It was a good feeling, yeah. And that came from the, like I said, the unsatisfactory results we got from the New York factory that produced the bow ties for us.
Right.
I'm like, there's no way that this is good workmanship and craftsmanship. So what I did is I took that bow tie, I deconstructed it, stayed up all night, went and bought a sewing machine from Costco, and basically made my own pattern, followed that one, learned how to make it, and I started comparing them. I started using my friends and say, hey, which one of these bow ties look like someone tried to manufacture on their own in their basement,
Right.
or which one looked like it came from a department store, a Macy's or a Neiman.
Right.
And everybody kept pointing to my bow tie as the one that came from the department store.
Excellent.
And I'm like, why should I continue to buy from someone else? I'll make it myself.
Yes. And then now we have the blue boutique here on Cass. Over 5 years of service, but about 10 months in this location.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes. And is there anything else you want our audience to know? Any type of event you've got coming up or something you've done recently in the past?
Yeah, well, not just events coming up, but just year round. We've got so many things here in Detroit. Hopefully the weather's gonna break.
Right.
So we got there, start golfing soon.
Yes.
So guys, if you need any golf wear, this is the place to come for Eastside Golf as well as Johnson and Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the only few places that have those brands for golf.
Okay.
We also have May 3rd is right around the corner, so we've got the big Kentucky Derby coming up.
Right.
So if you need your Kentucky Derby gear, this is the place to come. Custom made bow ties. We do big events for that time of the year as well. So custom made bow ties, custom suits, the hats, the feathers, everything that you need to have that look for your Derby drip is right here.
At the time of recording, Easter's right around the corner.
Easter's right around the corner as well. So this is the place to come and get all your fashionable menswear. We're gonna be doing Father's Day as well. Have something big lined up for Father's Day.
Excellent.
So that's in the making right now. And we just recently did Brothers in Bow Ties, where we talked to a group of young men. We had a great panel of guys that came out, give them just life lessons, talk about things, and open up to hear them too as well.
Right.
And in that time frame, we also provided 10 bow ties that we donated to the function, and we taught the boys how to tie a bow tie. We
Okay.
did the instructional after the event, and it's about a good 2-hour course, and we just went through everything. Talked a little bit about fashion as well. Had some young men in a few weeks ago. We talked about what to wear, when to wear, and how to wear it.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm gonna have to take you up on one and learning how to tie a bow tie. Even a tie, I know how to do the basic Windsor knot.
Okay.
But I know there's other special ways to do it, double Windsor knot and other ways to tie.
Well,
a
you're
tie.
here right now, man, so no better place to learn it right now.
Okay,
We
then
go
yeah.
demonstration on you right now.
Absolutely. Let's do
Okay.
it.
All right.
And cut. All right.
All right, so one of the most important things people need to know when you're getting a bow tie, you need to know the measurement. So if your measurement guide is not in the bow tie, you don't have the right bow tie.
Okay.
So come here to the Blue Boutique, so you can make sure you got the right bow tie.
Excellent.
All right, so let's button the top button on your shirt there. And then we're gonna flip the collar up just a little bit there for you. And I'm actually gonna, so I'm not choking you here. There we go. All right, so we got it measured at your size, okay?
And what's that size?
Your size is 14.
Okay.
We're gonna put it right here at the 14 mark. Drop it in there. All right. So it goes around your neck. And I'll let you, I'm gonna put the collar down for you back here. And what you want to do, prepare to tie the bow tie. All right. Right-handed?
Left, actually.
Left, okay. So we're gonna go with your dominant side. Make the left side a little bit longer than the right.
Okay.
And how you do that is you make it like a puzzle piece, so it fits in there just like that, so an inch and a half apart. Okay? You're gonna take the left side and go over the right here and come underneath. And when you come underneath, you tie it to your neck. Okay?
All right.
You lay it flat there. That front piece is gonna be a little bit longer. You throw it over your left shoulder to get it out of the way.
Okay.
You're gonna make your bow with the very front piece by turning it halfway. Okay? You'll notice this side is flat, this side is rounded.
Right.
You'll drop this back over. And we have to enter from the rounded side. So what we're gonna do is just fold the bow tie in half. If you slightly turn a little bit, you can see the hole we're gonna enter at.
Okay.
And we take this fabric here and we shoot it right through that hole. And we pull halfway out. We'll straight up the middle there, and we'll take the looped ends and we'll pull them till we can't anymore. And just straighten it back out. We pull it some more to tighten it, and we straighten it back out. And that, my friend, is a perfectly tied bow tie.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch the tape like 30 times to understand how to do that, but yeah, it's perfectly tied on there. And it fits. And it's like, yeah, okay. Mr. Blue definitely knows what he's doing. So they get down here to the Blue Collective here on Cass right in Midtown Detroit. And yeah, get your custom made bow ties and suits and so much more. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If you'd like to be featured on our channel, reach out to us at mrbeavyinthed@gmail.com. He produces all the ties, all of the styles was self-taught. He learned himself. He learned how to create the ties. He learned how to sew. Everything was self-taught. He took one class and they saw his craftsmanship and said, wow, we can't really teach you anything. So that is the kind of attitude that it takes to create something great. It's like, I don't do I have any quote unquote formal training. Maybe not. I just decided to do this thing, kept working at it, kept getting better at it, compared, contrast, talked to different people, learned different things, and continued to grow. All right, I don't know what could be a better note to leave off of, so we are going to call it for the day. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live on DTV. I'm Jabril, and we'll see you soon.